it's kind of disorienting and it's not the most fun situation, but they get what they're going for. And this Zuckerberg's goal, I mean, he's already spent a lot of money on it. He really wants everyone to engage in the metaverse on a daily basis with their friends. Hey, let's have our chat, let's have our podcast in the metaverse because why not? I could be a fish, whatever. Like that's what he's going for. And it just doesn't feel like it's time yet, but he's just going to keep pressing the issue. What's up, everybody? I'm Jericho, and this is Zap, and we are the now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop duo Bandit Future. We make clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that is uniquely Californian. Mwah, I'm gonna bring that back. And you are now. You didn't like it? Come on, man! I did it once before. It was great. So you're now tuned into the Lights of Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, that are interesting, and just like that gesture, straight up ridiculous. So before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with at least 2 people that want to get down with the metaverse. Get down with the metaverse. So I found out about something this recently, and I didn't know it was a thing because I think they're developing it. The metaverse, Zuckerberg's project, the project that has literally lost $23 billion in the last year. I'm just going to say that with a B, $23 billion. He's still insisting it's the best thing ever. And he speaks about it with such enthusiasm that I go, all right, maybe he's on to something. Maybe he's way ahead of his time, but that's a lot of money to spend. He's all in. So as of, I think a month ago, or even less than that, Instagram, well, that's his company as well, there's an option called Meta AI where you can basically chat with a chatbot. I don't know how to call these things, but there's a chatbot that basically mimics a celebrity. They have like Snoop Dogg and Dwayne Wade and stuff like that. Like they're their faces, but then they're supposed to be a different person. And you can talk to them about certain subjects. And so I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. So I tried talking to one of these for the first time yesterday. I wanted to see what it was about, what happened. It's such a strange experience. And I don't know how much, because it's still like the beta phase, I suppose. But like, had you heard about that? Specifically the Meta AI?
No.
Dude, all right, maybe there's some screenshots, but I had a couple of conversations with this. Because okay, I'll actually say it as I.
Who's the person that you had a conversation with?
I spoke to Lorena and I spoke to Izzy. Now they're modeled after 2 people that I don't. So each one has a name. I'll have to go through it and maybe you can put it on the thing. But you go to just talk to a AI, and then there's, for example, you can talk to Zach, who's a brotherly jokester. But he's Mr. Beast, right? It's Mr. Beast's face. You can talk to the Dungeon Master, who is an adventurous storyteller, and it's Snoop Dogg. You can talk to Brew, the confident sports debater, and it's Tom Brady. So that's the thing.
Wait.
Yeah. It's a lot of information that I'm not explaining right because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
No, but like, how is it? Why are they 2 different names? Is it like a trademark thing happening?
I don't know. I really don't. I think they agreed to be the face of it, but it's not their name because it's not them. It's the AI version of them.
All right.
But it's their voice. Their voice is their likeness. Maybe I can. No, you just have to let me pop up some visuals.
So I was asking. So you talked to like Lorena and somebody. Who were the celebrities attached to them?
I don't recognize their faces.
Oh, okay.
They're all people that I've seen before, and I'm like, okay. And maybe not all of them are super famous, but like, okay, there's Perry, the approachable golf pro, and it's also Cliff Paul from the State Farm commercials. Imagine that. So I think maybe it's a combination of people that either are famous and I don't recognize them, or they're not famous, and then some famous people that agreed to be on it. But basically, each one has a level of expertise. So I'm asking these people questions about things that they have expertise on. One's a travel expert, and she was giving me tips about this and that. And the only thing that makes it like, this is weird, is when you write an answer or a question, they answer you immediately. And it's like a paragraph like this. So it's like, it's not possible for a human to do, but they respond to the nuances in your questions. They ask you questions back. And it more or less feels like a real person talking. Now, my thought about the meta thing in general is that it's kind of like supply and demand, like not supply and demand, but you can give people something that they didn't know that they wanted, and then you offer it, and then like, oh my god, I always wanted that. I really don't think anyone else wants this at the moment. From I think sales of just the meta headsets, maybe like 5% of I think England has them, so it's still a very low number. And I know some people who have it, and they say, okay, it's kind of disorienting and it's not the most fun situation, but they get what they're going for. And this Zuckerberg's goal, I mean, he's already spent a lot of money on it. He really wants everyone to engage in the metaverse on a daily basis with their friends. Hey, let's have our chat, let's have our podcast in the metaverse, because why not? I could be a fish, whatever. Like, that's what he's going for. And it just doesn't feel like it's time yet, but he's just going to keep pressing the issue. And he had a conference where he spoke about all the advances of AI. Basically, Meta is an AI company now, and so everything is just kind of going like that. So I have so many questions that I could ask to him, maybe to you as well, but just where do you think this is going? Is it something that you personally think is useful or that you would want, or what could make it more appealing for people? Because at the moment, it does not seem like many people really care too much about this.
Well, here's the problem. I heard someone say, and I totally agree. People don't want to have things on their faces like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a design flaw, but maybe it's I don't know how far the technology is coming, but I think that just that used to talking to a celebrity, it's I don't think it's useful for the majority of people, like a teenager or like a college student, maybe. But like outside of that Gen Z, like, bro, I don't want to do that. Like, and then it's just weird. Like, what's the purpose of having? It's like a fake conversation when you can have a real conversation. It's you know, I think the human aspect of it, not being able to talk to a real human, that's just weird for people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, were you typing, or was it like a thing you could hear they were talking?
You could do either one.
Okay. It's just like, honestly, it sounds like the person who has no friends does this, and they just talk to robots. So that's just weird. But back to like the glasses. One thing that I have been hearing about lately is the stuff that's, I think this was Facebook too. So I think this is a move in the right direction. There's a partnership with Ray-Ban or some other kind of like glasses company where they're like your normal glasses,
Right.
but they have AI capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're looking at something and you can see something else superimposed that tells you like information about it. Like, this building is from whatever, or this jacket costs this much. That I see as like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's another thing where it's like you look at a jacket and you can instantly find where to buy it. So someone, oh, I like what you have on, and you can instantly like buy it for yourself. Like stuff like that is cool. There's also like the Snap AI mirror from like Snapchat. So I again, it's like they have to get out of this like goofy realm to make it like, okay, this is how you can use this. It's not about, I don't think, I mean, I know I'm like going a bunch of different directions. I have a bunch of different thoughts, but
Sure.
it's like, I'm not a CEO of a billion-dollar company, so what do I know? But I don't think it's live your life in the metaverse. I don't think people want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a hybrid situation, just like with all the other AI. It's like, okay, I'm gonna still be in real life, but I'm gonna use a little bit of this to enhance real life instead of
Right,
like
right, right.
leaving real life. So they have this Snapchat mirror thing that I just heard about. Is really cool, where you can like if you're in a like, same thing, clothes. If you're in a store, you see some pants or a shirt, you can go to the mirror and see what you look like in that outfit. So you know how they have the Snapchat filters that puts a goofy face on
Yeah,
you or something.
yeah.
It's like stuff that you can't use. But if I go and see an outfit, because I've had this a lot of times where you see an outfit, I was like, oh, that's cool, and then you put it on, it's like, oh, it doesn't look good on me,
Right.
So that's like super helpful.
I got that.
So yeah, that's right.
He did address the headset thing, and he's like, "Oh, we need to make it more comfortable." He's aware of a couple of things. From what I'm understanding, the ultimate goal is to make that a capacity that contact lenses could have. So, like, it doesn't look like you have anything on, and it is all. I'm like, I don't know how that would work, but that's what they're going for. But it's just. I think he has this image in my because when I listen to him speak, there's genius and then there's delusion and there's this whole level in between, And I think if you talk about like the people that are big time movers and shakers in the world, like Elon Musk is a little more on the like practical side of the delusion, and Zuckerberg's on like the Dungeons and Dragons type side of the illusion. But I feel like he wants to create what happened in that movie Ready Player One, where basically the whole world is so over the real world, they just go to this place habitually, and that's like where real life actually happens. And maybe that's what he's thinking, but I don't think the people are ready for it right now. But he's going to keep pushing. He's got the money to keep trying it out. And I even got a little survey. It's like, hey, quick 3 minutes. I want to know. I wanted to know about what they were asking about. That's how I didn't know about this until like 2 days ago. And they asked all these questions about, okay, so if chat AI could do this, would you like it? Blah, 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 blah. And so they're doing all this research because they're trying to see what people think, because they're trying to make it appealing, but it wouldn't, I don't think it's for me or maybe our generation, but maybe people that grow up on it, younger people might be the ones that want to spend all their time in the metaverse. I don't know. I hope not, but
which is already showing negative effects.
Gosh, it's so bad
in so many areas. It's just bad, man.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but let us know in the comments if you like the metaverse, if you've had some metaverse experience, if you've tried this new Meta AI chat thing. What do you think? Is your best friend Snoop Dogg in your mind? Because it's not really him, but maybe you think that it is, and that's good enough for you. So good for you. And let's see how this pans out. But it seems like it's going to be a real big push, he's got Zuckerberg has a couple other big objectives for 2024 that he's trying to get to. So, and spend a few more $1 billion in the process. So must be nice. We'll see how that goes. But yes, this has been another episode of the Life's a Circus podcast. So leave a comment. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about that. And if you I'm trying to think of how this would work. If you are spending too much time in the metaverse, if you're spending too much time talking with a meta person, I don't know what to call them. They're not real, but they're not robots, whatever. Talking to a meta person so much that you lose track of time, and then before you know it, your life's a shell of itself, and you don't really know where you're gonna get your money from, because you haven't gone to a place that will provide you with the necessary resources for, you know what I mean, like the necessary resources for living, for purchasing things. You might even miss your bill and you can't pay for your phone. You don't have your Instagram. You've lost access to your person. I just don't want that to happen to you. That's my sincerest goal as a human to human. So please don't. Man. Well, I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't have to say it. So
you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. But I'm going to say it. Don't lose your job. Don't lose your job in the metaverse. Marcus Zuckerberg is crazy.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. They took our jobs.